What's up guys, Ryan here from Rides by Ryan. I'm going to show you guys how to buff a car. We get cars in here all the time that are really faded like this one. This particular car doesn't have the best paint job in the world, but it's old and it's a lacquer paint job, and a lot of times what happens is these lacquer paint jobs, they fade, as you can see. I already buffed one half of it just to give you an idea of what can be done, how far back you can bring these cars. We're not going to go super crazy on it, but I just want to give you guys a rough idea of what you'll need to do and how much drastically you can improve the look of a car with a faded paint job. Alright, so as you can see, we finished the first step. It's quite a bit shinier than it originally started. It's not as faded, but it's still kind of dull. If you look at it in the light, you might not be able to see it on the camera, but it's still got a dull haze to it. So there's another step we're going to go after this. This being an older car and not having the greatest paint to begin with, and the fact that it's a lighter color, we're only going to do the two steps on it just to give you an idea of what it takes to buff a car. If this was a newer car with a nicer paint job, or if it was a dark colored car like black, you would want to do every step in your system, whether that's Meguiar's, 3M, Presta, any of those. They're all going to have the different levels, and you're always going to use a different pad with your different compounds. So this is after our second step. You always want to make sure you wipe your compound off between stages. You never want to contaminate the two. So you never want the very, very coarse compound to get on the pad for the second compound, because it's going to slow your process down. So after you do the first step and you're finished with that, you wipe the car off your area that you're doing just to get the compound off, and then you switch to the next pad and the next compound and so on and so forth. Now, like I said, because this is an older car, we're going to stop here. We're going to do the whole car, but I'm not going to videotape that. But the second step is enough on this car because it's a lighter colored car. You can see that the hood looks really good right now, as will the rest of the car. It doesn't really need to go any further than that. If you were going to do another step, you would then switch to a black pad like this guy here, and then you would use a polish. And then if you were going to go really crazy and really, really do a nice job on a darker colored car, pretty much only on a darker colored car, because it wouldn't really show up on a light colored car, there's a blue pad that you can use after this. And you can use that with a micro polish and you get some outstanding results. A lot of times what you'll have to do, if there's scratches in a paint job that you're buffing, you can lightly wet sand those scratches with 1500 wet sandpaper. Make sure your sandpaper is real clean, and then you do the whole step, the whole process over again like we just showed you with the coarse pad, the middle pad, and then this pad. And what you'll do is you actually buff the sand scratches out. So you can take a deep scratch out of the paint. You know, if there's a scratch going straight across the hood like this, you could actually wet sand that scratch right out of the paint and then polish it, and you'll never know that it was even there. You just have to be careful and make sure there's enough paint on the car and you don't burn it. Anyway, that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you have any suggestions or any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Please subscribe to our channel. We love that when you guys subscribe. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Our Facebook channel is facebook.com/ridesbyryan. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'd be happy to help. If you want to see us do an instructional video on something else, feel free to shoot us a message or leave it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.